Hey everyone, welcome to Talk Skeleton. I'm George Skeleton.
And I'm Nora. So happy you're here with us today.
Quick thing before we start. This podcast is one of the best ways to absorb English naturally, just by listening. You don't need to sit at a desk, you don't need a notebook. You can listen while you drive, while you walk, while you cook, and your English improves without you even trying.
Just press play and let the English come in. That's it.
Now, today's topic, and this one is for everyone who has ever stood near someone, wanted to say something, and then said absolutely nothing.
Because you didn't know how to start.
Exactly. Starting a conversation, that first sentence, that opening moment. It sounds so small, but for so many English learners, it's the hardest part.
And honestly, even for native speakers, starting a conversation can feel awkward sometimes.
So today, we're going to make it easy. Simple phrases, simple English, real situations. And by the end, starting a conversation in English will feel much less scary.
Much less scary. Not perfect, not effortless, but possible, manageable. Yours.
Let's start with something important. Why is starting a conversation so hard?
Because we put too much pressure on the first sentence. We think it has to be perfect. It has to be interesting. It has to make a great impression.
But in reality, the first sentence doesn't need to be any of those things. It just needs to open a door.
Just open a door. That's it. One small push and the door opens.
And in English, the simplest door openers are often the best ones, the most natural ones.
Like, hi, how are you? That's a conversation starter. Simple, warm, universal.
Or, excuse me, do you know what time it is? That works anywhere, any situation, any person.
Or, nice weather today, isn't it? Very simple, very British, very effective.
The British have been starting conversations about weather for hundreds of years. There's a reason it works.
It works because weather is something everyone experiences, everyone has an opinion about, and nobody feels threatened by a comment about the weather.
Safe, neutral, easy. That's what a good conversation opener is.
Now let's talk about different situations, because how you start a conversation depends on where you are, who you're talking to, and what feels natural in that moment.
First situation. You're at work or school. You want to talk to someone you see every day but don't know well.
This is actually one of the easier situations because you already have something in common. You're in the same place, doing the same thing.
So you can say, busy day today, isn't it? Very simple, very relatable.
Or, how long have you been working here? That opens a door to a longer conversation.
Or even simpler, I don't think we've properly met. I'm George.
I don't think we've properly met. That phrase is so natural, so friendly, and it gives the other person a clear signal. Introduce yourself.
And they will, because when someone introduces themselves, the natural response is to introduce yourself back.
It's almost automatic. I don't think we've properly met. I'm George. Oh, hi, George. I'm Nora. Nice to meet you.
And just like that, a conversation has started from one simple sentence.
Now, listeners, think about someone at work or school that you'd like to talk to but haven't yet. What could you say to them?
Maybe, busy day today, isn't it? Or, how long have you been here? Or simply, I'm, and your name.
Say it out loud right now. Practice the sentence, because the mouth that practices, that's the mouth that speaks when the moment comes.
Write in the comments. Tell us, is there someone you've wanted to talk to but haven't yet? What's been stopping you?
We want to know, because that answer, whatever it is the thing we're going to help you with today.
Now, let's talk about starting a conversation with a stranger, because this is where most people feel the most nervous.
A stranger, someone you've never met, someone you have no history with, no shared context, no reason to talk except that you want to.
And that wanting, that desire to connect, that's actually enough. You don't need a reason, you don't need a perfect opening line, you just need one small, brave sentence.
Now, the easiest way to start a conversation with a stranger, find something you both share in that moment.
Something you can both see, both experience, both relate to right now.
Like, you're both waiting for a bus. You can say, "Has the bus been long?"
Simple, relevant, natural, and it gives the other person something easy to respond to.
Or you're both in a coffee shop. You can say, "Excuse me, is anyone sitting here?"
Even if you don't need the seat, it opens a door. And once that door is open, a conversation can follow.
Or you're at a party. You don't know many people. You see someone standing alone. You walk over and say, "I don't really know many people here. Do you?"
That sentence is genius because it's honest, it's vulnerable, and it immediately makes the other person feel like, "Oh, good, me neither."
And suddenly, you're not two strangers. You're two people in the same situation. And that shared situation, that's the beginning of a connection.
Now, here's something important for English learners specifically. You don't need to hide that you're learning English.
In fact, mentioning it can be a great conversation starter.
Like, "Sorry, my English is still improving. Could you speak a little slowly, please?"
That sentence does so many things at once. It's honest, it's polite, and it immediately makes most people more patient, more kind, more willing to help.
Because most people, when they know someone is learning their language, they admire it. They don't judge, they help.
And that help, that kindness from a stranger, it's one of the most encouraging things a learner can experience.
Or you can even say, "I'm learning English. Can I practice with you for a moment?"
Most people will say yes because it's flattering. Someone chose them to practice with. That feels good.
Now, let's talk about compliments, because a genuine compliment is one of the warmest and most natural ways to start a conversation.
"I love your bag. Where did you get it?"
Simple, warm, and it ends with a question, which invites a response.
That's the key with conversation starters. End with a question or something that invites the other person to respond.
Because a statement closes, a question opens.
"I like your jacket." That's a statement. Nice, but it can end there.
"I like your jacket. Where did you get it?" Now the other person has something to answer. The conversation continues.
Always give the other person somewhere to go, something to respond to, a door to walk through.
Now, Nora, tell me honestly, what is your go-to conversation starter, the one you use most often?
Honestly, I ask people about what they do, like, "So what do you do?" or "What do you do for work?"
Simple and effective.
Very, because people love talking about themselves, and what they do is something almost everyone has an answer to.
And it leads naturally to more questions. "Oh, you're a teacher. What do you teach?" "Oh, you work in marketing. What kind of company?"
One question, endless directions. That's the beauty of "What do you do?"
Now, let's talk about something that happens to every learner. You start a conversation, it's going okay, and then you run out of things to say.
The dreaded silence.
And in English, silence in a conversation can feel uncomfortable, especially for learners who feel pressure to keep speaking.
But here's the truth. A small silence is okay, natural even. You don't need to fill every second.
And if you do want to fill it, there are some very natural phrases for that.
So anyway, that phrase buys you a moment. It signals, "I'm about to say something, give me a second."
Or, "Oh, that reminds me." That transitions naturally from one topic to another, like you just remembered something.
Or, speaking of which, connects what you're about to say to what was just said.
These small phrases, "So anyway," "Oh, that reminds me," "Speaking of which," they keep a conversation flowing even when you're not sure what to say next.
And for a learner, having these phrases ready, it's like having a safety net. You might stumble, but you won't fall.
Now, something very practical, the 3-question rule.
The 3-question rule?
Yes, when you start a conversation, have 3 questions ready in your mind, just 3, about the other person, about the situation, about something you noticed.
Because 3 questions gives you a direction, a plan. You're not improvising completely, you have a small map.
And conversations rarely need more than 3 questions to find their own direction. Usually by the 3rd question, the other person is talking freely, and you're just listening and responding.
And listening, for an English learner, is actually your strength. Use it. Let the other person talk. Ask questions, listen carefully, respond simply.
That's a real conversation, not a performance, not a grammar test, a real human exchange.
Write in the comments. Tell us, what is the hardest part of starting a conversation for you? Is it finding the first words? Is it the silence? Is it keeping it going?
Be honest, because your answer will help someone else reading the comments feel less alone in this.
And that, one person feeling less alone, it's worth every word of this conversation.
Now let's talk about something very specific: online conversations. Because in today's world, so many English conversations start online.
In comments, in messages, in emails, in group chats. And starting a conversation online has its own language, its own feel.
And for learners, online conversations are actually a great place to practice because you have time. You can think, you can check, you can edit before you send.
No pressure of real-time speaking, no awkward silence, just words on a screen and time to choose them carefully.
So let's talk about how to start an online conversation naturally in English.
The most common way, reply to something the other person said or posted. Don't just appear from nowhere with hello.
Like, if someone posts something interesting, you can say, "This is so interesting. I never thought about it this way."
That's a conversation starter because you've engaged with what they said, you've shown genuine interest, and you've left space for them to respond.
Or, "I completely agree with this, especially the part about," and then you mention something specific.
Specific is always better than general. I liked your post. Too vague. I loved what you said about morning routines. That shows you actually read it, actually paid attention.
And people notice that. They respond to that because being seen, really seen, feels good.
Now for messages or emails, starting professionally.
Hi, and their name. I hope you're doing well. Very simple, very standard, very natural.
Or, I came across your work and wanted to reach out. Came across means I found it, I discovered it. Not that you were looking specifically, just it appeared and caught your attention.
I came across your channel. I came across your article. I came across your profile. All very natural.
And then be clear about why you're reaching out. Don't make the other person guess.
I'm reaching out because, and then your reason. Clear, direct, respectful of their time.
Reaching out. That phrase, I'm reaching out. It's one of the most common phrases in professional English communication. Very natural, very widely used.
Now let's bring everything together because we've covered a lot today, and the best way to make it stick is to see it all connected.
Different situations, different openers, but one consistent idea behind all of them.
What's that idea?
Make the other person feel comfortable. Make them feel seen. Give them something easy to respond to.
Every conversation starter, whether it's nice weather today, or I love your jacket, or I came across your work, it's doing one thing.
It's saying, I notice you. I'm interested in you. I want to connect with you.
And that, at its core, is what all conversation is. Connection, human to human, across languages, across cultures, across every difference that might exist between two people.
And English, your English, is the bridge you're building to make that connection possible.
Now let's do a final vocabulary review, because these phrases deserve to be remembered.
I don't think we've properly met. Introducing yourself to someone you see regularly but don't know.
Has this been long? Asking how long someone has been waiting. Works for buses, queues, anything.
Is anyone sitting here? Asking if a seat is free. Simple, useful, everywhere.
I don't really know many people here. Honest opener at social events creates instant connection.
I love your plus compliment question. Always end with a question to keep the conversation going.
What do you do? Asking about someone's work or study. Safe, universal, leads to more questions.
So anyway, buying time in a conversation. Natural filler phrase.
Oh, that reminds me. Transitioning to a new topic naturally.
Speaking of which, connecting what you're about to say to what was just said.
I came across discovering something online or elsewhere. Very natural in digital communication.
I'm reaching out because professional way to explain why you're contacting someone.
11 phrases, 11 doors. Any one of them can start a real conversation in any situation with any person.
Now, listeners, here is your challenge for today. Just one challenge, small but powerful.
Start one conversation in English today. Just one. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Use one phrase from today, just one, with a real person, online or in person.
Maybe, "Hi, I don't think we've properly met." Or, "Excuse me, is anyone sitting here?" Or even just, "Nice day today, isn't it?"
One sentence, one door, one brave moment.
Because that one moment, that one small act of reaching out in English, it's worth more than 100 hours of studying conversation starters in a notebook.
It's real, it's yours, and it will stay with you long after you've forgotten the phrases in this episode.
Write in the comments. Tell us, which phrase are you going to use today? Which situation are you going to try it in?
Name it, make it real. Because the conversations that change us, they always start with one small, brave sentence.
And you have that sentence now. You have several of them. Use them.
If today helped you, subscribe to Talk Skeleton. Share this with someone who wants to speak English more confidently, someone who has been waiting for the right moment to start.
The right moment is now. It's always now. And you're more ready than you think.
Until next time, keep going, keep speaking. Calm mind, clear English.
See you in the next episode. Keep going. You've got this.